our politics, there are a lot of lawyers who are there. And even for a lot of decisions, lawyers' opinion are considered. And as far as economy is considered, you do realize we lawyers are contributing a lot to the economy. I mean,
how are you all? Hopefully, all of you guys will be healthy at your home during this tough time. Today is your host, Shubham Kumar, and welcome back to Legal Talk Show with Shubham. Today is a very special day for me, and you also call that today is a very good day for me. Today, I feel very privileged and very fortunate that you came on Legal Talk Show with Shubham. Today, respected ma'am Prachi Pratap is present among us today, and she is currently working as an advocate in Supreme Court of India, and she is also the partner of Pratap and Company. Thank you so much, ma'am, that you took out your precious time for us. Thank you so much, ma'am, once again for joining us today.
thank you, Shubham, for having me here on your talk show.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, my first question is for you. Like, I would like to know about your background first. Where are you came from, and where did you complete your entire education? And what was the thought came in your mind that you think you should go ahead and become an advocate?
Okay, so I was born in Lucknow, and since sixth grade I've studied and lived in Delhi and lived between Delhi and Lucknow. I did my history honors from Delhi University, followed by doing my MBA from Queensland University in Australia. So I lived there. Then I moved back to India. I got married. My husband is American. And I stayed in a nonprofit sector for a while. I worked with NGOs and nonprofits and magazines like that. I had a child who was little at that point. She's a teenager now. And when I had my daughter, that's when I was already pursuing my LLB because I wanted to do something that excites me and adds more meaning to my life. So law was a struggle because I had a little baby. So after that, before law, I did actually work in foundry industry for a while, followed by full-time lawyer in Supreme Court. And as all of you know, my sister is also here, and so is my brother. So we are just a family of first-generation lawyers, and we all are into it for the passion of law. We find it extremely interesting, and being able to help people also. We do a lot of pro bono cases as well. So.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your journey, your beautiful journey.
Thank you.
Ma'am, my second question is for you. You are working in a Supreme Court of India. So can you please tell me the experience?
So Supreme Court of India is a long journey, and my experience so far has been great. It's exhausting. You have no fixed hours. Recently, I spoke to a law student who was saying that some of his seniors who joined law practice left it because they found that the working hours were too much. They didn't want to continue with the companies. So I feel that is a given that you're going to have long working hours. But in Supreme Court, you get to meet people from all over India. You get to deal with cases which are in every subject matter from all across, and you learn a lot. The seniors, the lawyers, even the judges are very kind and helpful.
I thought that your ideas and your words definitely inspired a lot of the young law students. My third question is for you. You are a well-distinguished and well-known lawyer of our India. And do you think that people can, if the people can linked with the education, then the India can move forward?
Yes, absolutely. I agree with your thought on that. I mean, education is most important. And now that we know the new legislation, which has increased the marital age of women, that is the biggest impact that's going to have is more women will be educated now. So education is absolutely the way forward.
Yes, ma'am.
I actually come from a family where my nani and my parnani were all educated and working women. So yeah, education is the way forward. I agree with you, Shubham.
And but it's quite appropriate if the along with the education. Do you think that children were also taught about their fundamental rights?
That's a very good question because I feel that what we learn in civics, that's what it was called when we were kids. I don't know what if it has changed. Uh, was limited. We were taught about fundamental rights and duties and basics, but I feel there should be a course on legal awareness, not only for school students, also for college students, because there's so many basics that we don't know. I mean, think about now we are living in a time where everything is online.
Yes, ma'am.
People wonder, how do they report harassment? No, you don't go on Instagram and report. That is secondary. Go to cybercrime and report. Stand up for yourself, stand up for everybody else.
Nowadays it's all things as online. If you want to file in simple FIR, so you should go into the internet and you can file a simple FIR. So nowadays it's all things are online. Ma'am, my
Right.
right now, ma'am, my fourth question is for you. Like, whose idea do you consider idol in your life?
My parents, most importantly, my parents. And then, we learn from everybody. We learn from just everybody we meet. We should be willing to meet, to learn. But my idols are my parents. They're the most hardworking, consistent people and caring people I know. I look up to them every day.
Do you think that managing the economy it's quite difficult and it's their decision, it's affect the lot of the people and it suffer a lot of people. So does it consider that if the decision can make, it's considered to be as a parliamentarian as well as an advocate? Whatever, what is your thoughts on this?
Our politics, there are a lot of lawyers who are there. And even for a lot of decisions, lawyers' opinion are considered. And as far as economy is considered, you do realize we lawyers are contributing a lot to the economy. I mean, uh, you know, for a basic business sustainability, for something as simple as drawing contracts, you need lawyers. For as the global pandemic has hit us, there are so many insolvency and bankruptcy cases. Who are needed are lawyers. Then recently, the Supreme Court had said last year about GST tribunals. Again, it's the judiciary and law which helps propel economy in a direction. See, political machinery is at the forefront in driving an economy forward. They are making laws, but implementation of the law and for the law to evolve, for that, obviously, it's the lawyers who are needed. Say, IBC code is there, you must be well aware. So, who is helping interpret that? Who is helping implement it? It's the lawyers. So, I feel that it's not said, but lawyers are a pillar of the nation and economy both.
Like lawyers are the backbone of our country.
Right.
Ma'am, your incomparable contribution in the field of law. So, would you share some moments that inspired you a lot in your life?
The moment that inspired me a lot in life is the fact that there was my father had a case which has been in the legal field for it's still pending in the court for more than 20 years. And then people would say that, oh, that's how long court cases take. No, it's not that how long court cases take. Something or the other happens and adjournments happen and something takes that long. But that case, I have grown up seeing that case. And I've seen cases being expedited, but that particular case is still lingering. And that has inspired me a lot because that is where I learned law even before I became a lawyer. So that one particular, yes. And one thing that another thing that inspires me a lot is human rights. Because every time I see violation of women's right or children's right or basic human right, I feel better being a lawyer. That there's so many people who I help and so many people we give free advice to. Recently, a student came to me and asking me for advice and said, "Ma'am, would you charge me something?" I said, "I'm not going to charge you. I'm just going to give it to you for free." So I think it's every day we seek inspiration and get inspired.
Ma'am, I will tell you that your journey is very beautiful and very amazing. And
Thank
your
you.
journey will inspire you a lot of students who are preparing for the anything, who want to go into any sector. So I might go with your words, like you're inspire you a lot, law students. Ma'am, my
Thank
last question is for you. Like there are a lot of students who is preparing for the government exam as well as private sector. So do you share some general tips for them?
The general tips is if they're preparing, I know a lot of people ask me when they're preparing for UPSC, civil servants, and judiciary exam, the biggest thing is to keep reading the newspaper. If you're taking law as a subject, please read live law and read bar and bench and such kind of news portals along with your magazines and all. However, it would be best to go for online coachings because I don't think anybody can at this point prepare by themselves on this. So that's that. And read judgments. I mean, that is not for just who are preparing. Those who are not even preparing, who are practicing, get in the habit of reading at least one judgment a day.
Thank you so much, ma'am, once again for
Thank
joining us today.
thank you.
Ma'am, thank you so much.
Thank
Once.